are many different kinds of paper. Latex's virtue, again, as I mentioned, is it prints on a lot of different materials. That's a real trait of the latex printer. It's unique to the latex printer, just how many things it prints on. So the types of paper that you can use vary. Some perform better than others. Some are excellent, some are okay. The latex printer will generally print on all of them. So I have some examples here, and I want to go over some general categories because paper does perform differently. And with that, you should have slightly different expectations for paper so that you don't expect, say, an offset coated paper to perform like a resin coated paper. The first paper I want to talk about is an HP product. Now this is probably my favorite paper that is on the market for the latex printer. There are two types. There is the professional and everyday photo paper. This is a beautiful paper. It has a specialized coating that's specifically harmonized to latex. It is highly latex receptive for the 300 series. So if you want the best quality that I've seen on the latex printer, these HP papers are excellent. And these were developed for this 300 series printer and the way the optimizer works. So it's an excellent choice for really high quality prints. Now, as might be expected, it costs a little more, but sometimes the cost really isn't the issue, it's the quality. And this is a very good choice. And this is the HP Photo, new professional photo paper. Now, this is coated. This has a resin type coating. It's designed to be able to take quite a bit of ink on the paper and resist cockling and or warping while it goes through the curing zone, as well as while it's printing. You're going to be able to put more ink down with this, and that more ink is going to translate into a really nice, rich, heavily saturated print. Now, there are others that are very different papers and have different characteristics and print beautifully, but they may not print with the same quality that the photo paper does. So this is a product made by Fibermark, which is now owned by Neenah. So it's sort of Neenah Fibermark Convert. Now they have latex printers and they're very excited about the latex technology, and we've used a lot of their papers in the course of our testing. They have several on the Media Locator, specifically a couple wet strength papers called Endura. Wet strength papers are woven with latex, so sort of latex impregnated, and they're designed to be able to have short-term outdoor durability. That is, they can get wet, they can get some water on them, and the paper doesn't disintegrate. They hold their memory quite well with some water on them. Well, that's a particular virtue for latex printers because when you put some water on this and you hold it, the latex or wet strength papers sometimes they're called, they really don't have any effect. It lays nice and flat. So you can put quite a bit of ink down and get quite a nice print on them. Plus, they're very reasonably priced. These are more of offset category papers. And this is a matte, and it prints very well on the latex printer. They have another, this is the DigiPrint, or maybe it's just the Fibermark matte. They have several lines of papers, probably 14 or 15 different types of papers that we've tried and run. Many of those are in testing right now on the HP Media Locator system. Here's their satin. They have a satin poster paper. The difference between this and the HP, in many cases, the HP is going to have a little better quality, but this also prints very nicely and has a much lower price point. So it's a much more economical paper, partly because it's coming from an offset print house. You know, if you're using offset coated papers, you're using papers that are commonly used in big presses, like big HP presses. And instead of converting to sheets, they're putting them on 3-inch cores and putting them on rolls. And that's giving me some real advantages in printing on a nice, easy to print on, good looking, satin poster paper at prices that are very, very competitive. And that's one of the things the latex does well on paper. Now this is the IntelliCoat. This is the EcoSatin, which we ran very shortly a little while ago in another video. The EcoSatin also prints very well. It's not going to have the pop that you're going to get with the HP or even the Fibermark satin, but it's still quite a nice paper. These different types of papers, Neenah paper, Fibermark paper, IntelliCoat, SIL, HP, each of them may have different characteristics. You can print on uncoated bond, you can print on the lowest end paper all the way through. It prints very well on rice papers, it'll print on rag paper, very high-end art paper. inexpensive offset poster paper, and then on your resin-coated papers. So all those papers are different. They have different characteristics. So keep those in mind. And then we're going to do another video here shortly where we walk you through all the steps to building a typical, say, offset coated paper, some general settings and some recommendations on what to look for. So if you want to do a custom paper, I'll show you how to do it on the Latex 360 here.